I am looking at all the big F's:
Okay.
family,
All right.
faith, friendships, finances, fun. Those are all very.
I was like, yeah.
811 crew, we are back in the house. This is your boy Jay Turner, my main man.
Ulysses Slugger Glenn.
So guess what, y'all? It is end of the year time.
Happy New Year.
End of the year time.
The
We
year
try to
is
talk about
going-
New Year's resolutions. How fast has this year gone for you?
It has gone by, for me, definitely, it feels like it's still January 2nd. I'm still saying Happy New Year.
Wow.
I'm waiting for Martin Luther King Day to come, things like that. So I feel like it, literally, the year has been 30 days.
Right. I feel like that every year we get older, the year goes by faster.
I was trying to. Is it now the time we're in, or is it the age? Because younger people are saying the same thing. Like this year went fast.
I think it's a mathematical thing.
And
Like,
I don't. Is
feel
it
like
because of COVID? Like why?
Because this was our first year back. This is really the first year that the world has been open. People have been traveling. If you think about this past year, I've traveled everywhere. I've working every day. You're back to your normal grind. As you think about 2000, 2020, early 2021. You were mostly at home. The days when it was a long day, you're like, wow. So
yeah, I can't put it on. I feel what you're saying about
Yeah.
COVID. For me, I can't put it on COVID. I really feel like every year that I get older, the year goes by faster. Like, and I blame it on just math. When you're 5 years old,
That's true.
a year is 20% of your whole life.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
true, yeah.
when you're
So
you're 40
in
years old.
dog years when
Dog-
you're younger.
Exactly. Like, I mean, come on. You remember a grade of school was like forever.
It took
Like,
forever.
you
You're
know,
like,
forever.
In the summertime, a whole day. Like we went outside when the sun came
But-
up,
but-
and
but
then
no,
when the
but-
street lights came up.
But if you think about it, when you were younger, thinking about that, you felt like summer went by really fast.
Really fast. The summer
You felt,
did feel
yeah,
like it went
you
by
always
fast.
felt the summer went by fast. You're
And
like,
the
God,
school year went by slow.
slow, yeah. So it just depends what you're doing. Probably if you have, I think the three of us have very active lives.
Well, at
So-
53, it feels like the year is zooming. I feel like that this year, it like New Year's comes around again, and I feel like for resolutions, I'm not sure that I even have moved successfully on the resolutions that I did last year. Maybe I just need to reactivate
See,
the
I don't do
resolutions.
I
from-
don't do resolutions.
You don't.
I have intentions.
Oh,
I have
I
goals.
like that intentions.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
I-
my intentions were
like that.
be
I'm gonna write that
intentional.
down.
What was it? Intention, joy, and purpose.
This is actually
I just went into the year and said that's what I'm going to think about every morning is intention. That means I'm going to be intentional, talking to people, thinking about stuff, focusing, because I feel like out of COVID, that's what I learned is like that quiet time. Think about it. We all connected more as people, so I'm going to be more intentional in my relationships and then just have joy every day and live my life.
Yeah.
My purpose.
Yeah.
This is the first year I didn't write down my resolutions. I usually write down.
You write, and then you go back and look at them?
They're not so much resolutions as goals or things I want to do to improve myself. Whether it be I want to start attending church, I want to start working out, things like that. They're more like goals or things to better myself. I want to start saving money. I want to, I remember one of them was that it was a rule I set myself that if I'm going to spend more than $100 on something, I have to think about it. I have to come back. I can't make.
That's great. I like that.
I can't make an impulsive purchase of more than $100. I have to think about it. Like, okay, because so those are things I did as my resolutions. Like I never had, some people say I'm going to lose weight, gain weight. Those are a little kind of hard, so I try to do things that are going to similar to yours, but I think I just call them
Right.
I really
goals,
like what
yeah.
I really like what you. I really wrote that down, Sydney. That I like what you. I've changed right now. I'm not going to call it resolutions anymore. I like the word of intentions.
Yeah, because if you
And
say
being
resolution,
intentional.
then that sets you up for failure
Yeah.
if you don't do it.
'Cause you don't
I
do-
really
yeah.
like that. I've
and,
never
and
heard
like
that before.
this is like the last couple of years. I'm like not into that whole weight loss kick. I'm just trying to be healthy. I'm 57, so I think I look pretty good for 57.
You look damn
You
good,
look
baby.
great.
And you can't tell. And what you don't know about Sydney is just she smells good. I mean, you can't. We got the mic cannot tell you how
Smell-o-vision.
good this woman smells.
We
but
want
I'm just
smell-o-vision.
But you know
my
what?
nose
It's
always
like
knows.
it's like at this age, I have been married, have kids, own a home. So everything I'm doing is like gravy. I've had this huge job, and now I'm doing something that I feel like is giving back. But if I got an extra roll here or there, I'm not going to break my neck about it.
Well, you still rolling good though, Sid. You good, girl. But my intentionality, just to pick up on what
Intentionality?
my intentionality
he
is
said he's
a
not
word.
going to call it resolution anymore.
Yeah, I'm done with
With
resolution.
intentionality.
Intentionality is
I think he just made it up.
Okay.
No. No, you can be intentional. That is a current state. Intentionality is the prospect of your more future being your intentionality. That means you want to be intentional. Like I'm not where I want to be yet.
So intentionality.
So intentionality means you're moving in that way.
Is that a UVA?
I mean, no, intentionality is a real world.
But I like it. I think we should start using that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say, okay.
Yeah, let's put it out and see if people start picking it up.
Intentionality is big. And one of the
Irregardless,
things, irregardless, that is not a word.
Irregardless, we're going to use.
Regardless, we're gonna intentionality use.
Well,
My
what
New
I can
Year's
say is
resolution
I
is
really
intentionality.
wish someone would Google intentionality just to, you know what I mean?
Well,
Because
maybe it's,
intentionality
maybe
will
it's-
be found to be an adverb.
I think that- I
maybe
think
Is he
that's
going
when
to
some people don't know
intentionality
what-
have a relationship?
I think that's when you do cuffing.
Oh, brother.
See, you gonna cuff myself, but I'm gonna tell you. Can we get
cupping.
back?
It's
Can
when
I
you
get?
cup.
Can I be serious though, for real? One of the things that I really am gonna be much more intentional about is gratitude. Is gratitude. We have so many things to be thankful for.
Yeah.
And,
That's very true.
And I, as I get older, I mean, I'm 53 now. What I find is that no matter what's going on that's wrong, there are always things to be thankful for. And I'm trying to, that is one of the things that I am really focused on. And then a second thing, and I want to ask you, I mean, we can all be thankful for the things that are happening, but another thing that I want to be intentional about is asking more questions. You know, when I hear something or when something strikes me as either that would make me say, well, wait a minute now, whatever, I want to be in a posture of asking a question, of learning more. Why are you saying that? Why do you feel that way? Versus my, sometimes I feel like I can be kind of combative or responding, etc. Can you imagine that?
No, that's you.
I never
Imagine
saw
that.
that.
You're like an
I
introvert.
seem so
Quiet.
introverted, right? I
Quiet
seem
and
reserved,
like, yeah.
not
going.
opinionated, etc. So
He's like, right.
yeah, I want to be much more. I want to show more gratitude, and I want to seek to ask and understand more.
I like that.
But one other thing I do is
do?
you don't. One thing I do is that I do perform or think is that you don't have to have resolutions or goals, or you don't have to always start them January 1st. You can start them the beginning of the month. You can start them on that Monday. You can always hit a restart or set goals or things for expectations for yourself at any point in time. So you can say, you know what,
Right.
starting Monday, this is how I'm going to start thinking. A resolution can be even the way you think. I'm going to be more open-minded. It can be, I'm going to be more open-minded at work with my friends, just to absorb new things. So I've actually done those things myself. So with resolutions, you can always say, I'm going to open myself up to be more open. I'm going to not be as judgmental. Those are different. And I've actually done those things myself.
But I like what you said before, though. You said you can always restart.
Yes.
Because I think the thing that people do is they start at the beginning of the year, make a resolution, and then they wait in the whole year, and then at the end of the year they start reflecting like, oh, I didn't do it. So it's like wake up in the morning and you can restart.
Yeah,
But how do you hold yourself accountable to these intentions and to these goals? I mean, is it just what you think, or do
that's why
either of you
I
use accountability partners? I mean, how do you do that?
That's why I write mine down, because you see them. I'll put them somewhere where I see them, so you know that this is what I'm trying to do. But because most one thing I've actually read about is that most people start resolutions, January 1st. By mid-January, 50%, I think it's like 50% of the people have stopped doing them. By February, people have completely they have forgotten. They're back eating donuts, being mean, doing whatever.
Give me them Krispy Kreme.
Right. Like, basically, they stop going to the gym. Like, if you go to the gym in January, it's 400 people. You go in February, 2.
Right.
Exactly.
But hey, we got to go pay the bills, and we'll be right back talking more about resolutions, and Happy New Year.
Absolutely. 811 crew with Jay Turner and Ulysses. We are back in the lab with our 811 crew. We got Sydney, we got Carmen, and we are really chopping down this thing on the resolutions. And now intentions, intentionality.
Intentions, goals.
We want to be specific, but we also are interested in what the people are thinking, right? What was our poll question?
Our poll question is, the holidays are coming up. What's your 2023 New Year's resolution?
Mm-hmm.
So this is interesting. See what people
open ended.
Yeah.
People probably want to just be healthy. Can I not get sick?
Yeah. A lot of people said some dope things. One of those was, continue living a happy life and be healthy.
Did anybody say they want to go back to in-person working?
No,
no one
absolutely
said that.
not.
I just wanted
No.
to I was just asking
Not at all.
anybody said it was all to go
No
back.
place
I'm going
to be
back
found.
to the office.
I wouldn't mind having like a shutdown for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I think we should do that yearly.
You know what? I really do. I think we should.
I should have said
And yours,
that.
that's called
think-
holiday.
No, I know.
It's in
I think
August.
the week between Christmas and New Year should be a national holiday.
That makes sense.
Because and I think we should learn from COVID that we all
No, I
need
think after.
that
I think
downtime.
after.
We do.
I think the January 1st to like after Martin Luther King should be the shutdown because you still want to hang out during the Christmas holidays.
Well,
you
no,
want to party.
Yeah, no,
what
that's-
about
yeah.
the
That
kids?
week- that
That's
I'm
too
an
much.
auntie.
Because
I like to
after
hang out with my
January 1st,
babies.
it's game on. After January 2nd or
They need to
3rd
go
or
back to
whatever,
school.
everything is back on. at
No, we
that
should be
point.
shut down.
But
we need to
also
shut
the
down.
parties and everything go up to because I always say to people like have a party right after Christmas because that week is always kind of
Right,
like
I'm partying.
dead.
I'm
I
turning
think
it
it's-
up.
Some party.
turned.
Anyway, Carmen.
I'm tired.
What the people saying?
So yeah, someone said continue to be happy and healthy. Someone else said they want to learn how to cook. I think that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
never too old.
Air
you know?
fryer.
Someone
Or
said
too young.
Yeah. Someone said they wanted to find a place to volunteer.
Okay.
That's
Right.
good. That's cool.
Fine.
Giving back.
Right.
Someone said they want to be more involved and get done.
Okay.
Boom. And then someone said they wanted to.
GSD.
Yeah.
And someone said,
Oh, sorry. Someone else said they want to work out to get knees like Megan Thee Stallion.
okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Wait, to get knees?
Yeah,
Knees.
Megan Thee Stallion got knees?
Oh God, how old are you people? Megan knees. You guys have never
I
heard
never
Megan?
heard them talking about
Knees
her
like
knees.
Megan?
I've heard her
Knees like
talking
Megan.
about other things,
No.
but not her knees.
Knees like
I've
Megan?
never really
Knees
like
like
looked at
Megan?
somebody's
No,
knees.
it's not. Oh God. Aunt Sydney. Your new name is Aunt Sydney.
Ulysses,
No,
not
no.
everybody still has the MTV app like you do, okay? Like,
I'm
First
working.
of
I'm
all,
not looking. Listen, I'm
Who's
looking
watching
at
MTV?
I don't know, but
Oh my
you are
God.
aware of everything. You really
No.
want this millennial status.
No.
I mean, another
trying
1,000
hard.
words, and we gonna give you. I'm gonna bring
He
in that
didn't
millennial
know
award.
hip hop, hippity the hip hop, but he knows Megan Thee Stallion's kneecaps.
Because she's always, like going down on her knees, like when her dance moves.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Not that way. She's bouncing.
Oh,
She's squatting.
Ulysses.
She's squatting. Like,
Wow.
drop down, get your. Let me help them. Drop down, get your eagle on. She's always doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to bring it back. Something
That's what
understand.
that. I
But
didn't
is
realize
there?
that was
But
wrong.
they actually call it Megan knees.
Yes.
Knees like Megan.
Knees like Megan.
Drop
And-
down and,
and-
get your
and-
eagle
Wait,
on.
wait. I want to hear
That
Carmen's
sounds
like
definition.
Megan.
patriotic.
So knees like Megan. The technical Google definition means what?
I believe we're referring to the cartilage, the healthy cartilage and muscles and tendons around her knees that allow her to continuously do that.
So I can drop
Wait a
down. I
minute,
can
Carmen. Are you from Texas? Real? I mean, the way you said that.
Yeah,
Are
Dallas,
you really
Texas.
from Texas?
Because
Dallas, Texas.
That was impressive.
Because-
I don't know if
yeah,
someone from Ohio
because
can
of
speak
the
that
fine.
clearly.
Because you guys are like, she had to talk to you like she was at school. Like,
Well,
look.
the fact that I cannot drop down on my knee anymore because I don't even know what cartilage is because I don't have
So
any.
you can't drop down and get your eagle on.
I don't think
anymore?
it was drop down on your knees.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She just
Okay.
said she
No.
just said
Squat
the cartilage
down.
squat.
It's like
Sydney
drop down,
Dag.
drop down, get your.
She's
It's the
on.
same thing like
I
drop
did.
down, get your eagle on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if I drop down my knee, I would be down there.
For real?
Y'all have seen my knees.
What are you talking about, Sydney? I
Just like
don't
drop
know.
down, get your eagle on. Remember drop down, get your eagle on?
I was thinking that drop down, get your eagle on sounds like a patriotic comment. That sounds like, we
Don't you
love
remember that?
America, maybe.
Oh God, these
Can I
old
look
Down,
at
get
it?
your eagle on. No, I know that.
Drop down sounds like go vote.
Drop
Let's
down.
get out
Okay,
the vote.
Grandpa Jason and Aunt Sydney.
I know
tell
what
you.
drop down, get your eagle on. I
Okay,
just
that-
said I can't do it anymore.
That's why I said aunt. I gave him
I
grandfather.
know drop down. I know drop down, get your eagle on.
I can't help that I'm handicapped.
I'm
Right.
right.
Just make it fun with
I can't help that
Oh,
I'm
no.
mature.
Not going to the disabled.
Disabled, right?
I just love the way,
talking
Carmen,
about
I
me
love your
handicapped.
voice, girl. I love
Oh
the
my
way she said
God.
knees describe the tendons, the cartilage.
Right, I'm
And
like, knees
it
like
was an
Megan.
anatomy lesson
So wait.
said so perfectly.
Do you listen to the oldies radio station too? Ooh. You
I don't
listen
even
to
know what that means.
You know
not
what?
even
So
an
I
station.
have, no,
What
recently,
station
no,
is that? Is that
recently-
Donnie Simpson? Is that what you're trying
when
to
I was
do?
out in Texas, I was out in Texas 2 weeks ago, and I listened to the Groove while I was driving.
yeah.
While my
Yeah,
dad and
yeah.
I were driving
I
from
listened to the
Houston to Austin, Texas, driving out to the Hill Country. We listened to the Groove, and the Groove
I
was
listen.
grooving.
I listen to. Well, they all.
Uh-oh.
hate what
Like, have you
Uh-oh.
heard? Have you heard?
Lizzo. I listen to Lizzo.
Okay.
on my,
So
like,
you know who Drake is, right?
Oh boy,
and she hasn't yet. Yes, I know who Drake is.
Lizzo and Drake, are they dating?
No, but one of the lines is she hasn't Drake yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
She hasn't.
It's-
She hadn't done a song with him.
No,
No,
she
she hasn't.
Oh,
I'm missing the
God.
blank spot. Okay, I'm being old now.
you're
Okay.
old.
Oh, cuffing.
Yes.
No,
Okay, we're back to that.
Eggplants. Eggplants.
Oh,
What'd you
wow,
say?
this is going.
What did you say?
I don't know.
Eggplants.
Wait, you're saying implants. You're
not
saying
You're saying
Eggplant,
egg.
Eggplants.
You saying
Eggplant.
implants.
No, I'm saying eggplant.
One of y'all
Okay.
said implants.
No, we're
I
saying
swear.
egg. No, we're saying
Eggplants.
We're saying egg.
Wow.
I knew what she like.
And some people don't even know what eggplant means. I just figured that out not too long ago.
Oh God.
I don't know.
You
What,
guys-
Eggplant.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Do you guys know what water? You guys know what? You guys know what watermelon means?
Are
when
we
Beyonce says
talking
that?
about New Year's resolutions now? Are we talking?
know what
somebody
she
talking about?
means?
Are you saying you want eggplant for Christmas?
Some
I mean,
people
what do
might
you
want to eat healthy and start
Right.
with eggplant or watermelon,
I love eggplant
depending on
parmesan.
whatever you prefer. Peach. Some people like peaches.
Okay, so eating healthier. That was someone said that's part of
Right.
their.
They did
New
want
Let me
Year's-
do
just
that.
say for all of those over 50 that have no idea what they're talking about, it's okay.
Wow, exactly. I'm, just
Right.
I'm
trying
like
to hang
watermelon,
on.
you know, with the seeds you spent. Okay.
Right. Just.
Tell you
I'm
what.
just gonna sit here and.
Offline.
And y'all thought.
What else did
And
they
y'all
say
thought.
anything
And y'all
else?
thought Beyonce was innocent, so she did that.
Oh, I didn't say she was.
No.
No, nobody else.
She
said
was.
that.
No,
What
nobody.
Do
Maybe
y'all
you
have
thought it was.
intentions?
Oh,
Intentions? What are
yes.
your all's intentions?
Mine. Well, definitely. I know one of mine is definitely to live a definitely happy life. I had a very end of 2021 was very traumatic for me. So this year was kind of like a building year. So my thing is to get more back to the way I was 2021 and before. To be happy, do those things. So
That's real. That's real.
to be back to the real you, Glenn.
Yeah.
Slugger.
Slugger.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, we're all very
Jason, do you?
multifaceted. I mean, I am looking at all the big F's:
Okay.
family,
All right.
faith, friendships, finances, fun. Those are all very.
I was
I was
like,
like, ooh, yeah. I was like, yeah.
I was like, oh,
I was
what
like,
else?
ooh.
What
I
else?
was
What
like,
else?
go
did
ahead,
they do?
Lord, say it. I didn't know. I was like, huh.
Yeah,
What else
but you
did
know
he-
what?
Did you think of that on the spot? Or
You know what? No, the F's
was
are
it-
big, man.
or was that
F's are big.
intentionality?
That was I was being intentional
That was
when I said that.
intentionality?
It's part
Okay.
of it's
Here we
part
go.
of my overall.
Irregardless of what we were talking
Spirit.
about.
It's part of overall intentionality, but yeah.
Irregardless.
Irregardless of that, I do not use the
And
irregardless.
Carmen, do you have an intentionality for
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah, I
It-
actually do.
Irregardless of what you did last year.
Irregardless of what it. Yes. Mine is I'm going to choose joy and then get out of my own way.
Oh wow! Yes.
I
Now
like
I'm gonna
that.
tell you what. If you figure out the ladder, how to get out your own way, please tell me, and then write a book. Because that is the biggest. I mean, if we're all really honest, I feel like for most of us, the biggest thing that we face is ourselves. I mean, I know that that's a double-edged sword. Is I love the fact, just as we digress, that I am clear that anything that is lacking is no one else's fault. I am clear at 53. One of the things
you
that I
own
am,
it. Yeah,
you
you
own
own
it.
it.
You can't when you're a grown ass person, one of the big things that's changed, and I was talking about this with my kids, is you give up, you lose the ability to blame other people.
Right.
All the blame, all of a sudden, it all comes back to you.
Man in the mirror.
That is really a key thing. You know, when you're younger, you still think, oh, they're against me or they did it or whatever. No. Everything that you're dealing with comes back to how you handled it or your mindset, you know, in approaching it. And so that's certainly part of my intentionality. I do say so myself.
I'll probably have some more, you know, some other things, organizational, you know.
Organizationally?
Yeah. Organizationally, I will organize.
Well, for me, for 10 years, this is a big thing, you know, y'all, just because 2022 is 10 years divorced for me. And I really feel like that it has taken me the full 10 years to, like, when some folks are, you know, in marriage, whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm friends, I'm like, wow. And I don't, because everybody's journey is different. But I certainly needed the 10 years to really reconstitute life as just a single person. You know, after being with someone for over 20 years, it took me 10 years to be like, okay, wow, it's back to you, your kids, how I'm an empty nester now. So this 2023 is so huge because that's when that's been a big year for me because my son graduated from college this year and my daughter graduated from high school this year.
Yay.
So I'm an empty nester in 2023 has always been like
I
the
remember little Jakey. I remember when Jakey was born.
Jakey, wow, that is
Jakey.
amazing. That's
Jakey.
what we used to call him.
Jakey.
Jacob.
Jakey's somewhere like Jesus Christ.
He's calling
Uncle
Jakey Boo.
Ulysses.
That's so
Really?
funny. Oh
Really,
my
Dad?
God.
It's all out there now, really?
That is so funny, right?
I think we
Yeah.
all need to. We all probably have a baby picture of our kids.
Oh no, I have
Naked, that
I
naked
have no,
picture.
I have a T-shirt with a picture of Jacob, my son, and Evan on it, and they're in diapers because they didn't know. Somehow they wanted to get in the water, and we let them get in with just diapers.
Yeah.
So
Were the moms home?
Yeah, the
yeah,
moms
but
were there too.
it was something they didn't really like it. But the pictures, it's all hilarious.
It's really cool to see pictures of your kids back with their friends and
Friends,
you know they've been friends for life and all that. So that's been
yeah.
that's been really good. Yeah.
But speaking of that, so my intention, because you know we just had a very close childhood friend pass the other day, and so I was just thinking, God. And then the next day, like 2 people at my church back home, and it was just like boom, 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 like
Wow.
what's going on? And so my intention is every morning, waking up and being glad that I woke up.
Gratitude.
Yes.
And I also have this book of kindness, and I read one thing out of there. And so my other intention is to do one nice thing for someone else every day.
Every day.
Even if it's every day.
Even if it's like you want some tater chips.
That's a
That could
nice
be.
thing.
That is a nice thing.
Lotion. Some
Lotion.
small
Right.
gestures. Small
Right.
things count. Lotion counts.
Because and when
Or-
somebody's ashy, they
or like
really,
Louis-
really count. That's
Or,
a big one.
or you know what? Or Louis Vuitton luggage. I'd take that. Like if you want to do something nice for me.
Louis
Don't you
Vuitton
have a
luggage.
girlfriend for that, bro?
No, but she said she wanted to do something nice for somebody.
Nice doesn't mean spend money though. It's
Oh,
a gesture.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Slugger.
that's like
See,
a,
as a millennial, that's what we
Slugger.
do.
that's called a
Wow.
sugar mama.
Right.
Slugger is wild.
It's like,
He's
give me that
making
Louis.
wild
Give me the
requests.
Louis or the Vuitton.
Luggage, you know,
Louis or the Vuitton.
But you know, the other thing is, I've realized because I've lost a good friend, and I realized I need to make sure I reach out to my friends. Just because I see you on Facebook or whatever, I need to actually reach out.
I think you do a
So-
great job of that, though, for real. I mean,
But I've
you
tried
do
to
a
make
great
sure I
job
need
of
to do
that.
more. Like, do better. Like, let me just reach out to people. Like, hey, I haven't talked to you. Are you good? And I'm a huge texter or texting person, if there's a word texter. But I decided, let me start calling people. Let me
That's
call
very
you.
true. I like that.
Because you actually, I'm like, I haven't heard from them. I actually just, because texting.
And that's
you
called
miss-
intentionality.
Irregardless,
Irregardless,
irregardless, you're right.
That's a good use of that is
Yeah,
intentionality.
intentionality.
It hasn't
Right.
been done yet, but
Right.
you
Irregardless, I'm intentionality calling my friends.
intentionally.
But I think that
See, there
also
we go.
plays. So
There
for
we go.
me,
See,
that
here
also
we go.
plays with the
Oh, boy.
with checking on your friends. And
Yeah.
the other thing for me is I want to talk more about mental health this year and like my experiences, because again, people look at me and don't think that
I knew you were off when I first met you,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
still
well,
liked you.
yeah. But I'm just saying, I've been even in this last year, I've been learning that people are like, really, you? Like I see pictures of you on Facebook, and I'm like, oh yeah, but that's not all the like.
Right.
Look at in between when I'm
Right.
writing about how I'm struggling. I said,
Right.
Everything is up there, and I just want.
Sometimes we send our representative.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm just saying I want people to live their real lives and not put like fake stuff. And if you're hurting, hurt, and ask and as a friend, if you're not texting them and you're calling them, you'll know when they're hurt.
Right, because people, when they're hurt, they won't answer the phone. And you can tell that. You're like, wait a minute, I've called you 2 or 3 times. You haven't responded. There's something,
You know what? We could start a new movement, y'all. Really, I mean, before we go to break, this is something to think about. What if we took February and took maybe not the whole month, because that some people can't go a day without social media, but combining these two, what if we took half of February, which is a month of love, Black Lives Matter, whatever, and said we're not going to be on social media, but instead you're going to call someone. If you think about somebody,
let's come up
call
with
someone. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, they would die.
Can't we do both?
No.
Why don't you want to give it up?
Because what am I going to look at? What am I going to look at when I'm in the bathroom?
Or just look at them and call the person instead. But I think I
You
want to
can-
give
you
it up.
You can phone call them. You know that now.
Yeah, but
they have that technology.
Yeah, but I don't
She
want
said you can
But who
phone
call-
call them. That sounded crazy.
Who calls somebody in the twin like that?
But
don't,
that's
don't
what
call
you
me.
said that you wanted to do.
But don't call me. Don't call me while you're in the bathroom.
How
Please
would you
don't.
know?
Just don't call. Just
How would you know?
don't call me.
How would you know?
Because you don't want to smell their hands through the
When
phone.
you hear the flush, don't call me.
You're gonna be muted for that. You won't hear the flush.
Just don't call me. Just wait to call me.
We need to go to break because you need to wash your hands now, okay? We need to go. 811 crew, we're gonna take a break, but we'll be right back. 811 crew, and we are back talking about New Year's intentionality, irregardless of your circumstances. We gonna have salmon tonight. That's what we're talking about. All that's right there with irregardless, and and Burberry, and all sorts of things that ain't pronounced right. Okay. Anyway, we gonna be right. It's Burberry.
Oh,
Not Burberry.
I know it's Burberry.
Oh, but some people don't. Did you know it was Burberry?
Yes.
We'll never know. You might
Say philanthropic.
Philanthropic.
That is a really hard word.
philanthropic.
Philanthropic. Oh, anyway.
Well, Carmen can say it. I like Carmen. Carmen's got the voice.
But
That girl
I'm here
can
with these
talk,
old,
boy.
These old people.
Carmen,
You were really
that
like
last
you
episode
haven't-
we did, Carmen
She's
made
done
me
that
think
before.
of knees in a whole new way. I did
You
start off
haven't
thinking
heard-
about Megan and ended up listening to Carmen
Megan?
talking about knees
So do
from
you guys
Texas.
even know any of the
tendons and
songs?
I'm not a Megan Thee Stallion fan.
You're not? Oh, I am.
No.
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
But
clearly you
but a
are.
Lizzo.
I'm definitely a Megan.
I'm a Lizzo.
Team Megan.
Team Lizzo.
Clearly you are.
Okay.
But now, can I ask you?
Like,
Now,
like,
Because
she got-
why men get great until they gotta be great?
Like when she got shot in the foot when her boyfriend shot
was
her
she
in the
really
foot.
shot? I didn't
Yeah.
know when she was really shot.
Yeah,
She
she
was,
was.
that was just on the news the other day.
Did they show a hole? She got a
Because-
hole in her foot.
Because Drake,
I need to see.
Because Drake talks about it in his on his song.
Oh, is that
I'm
why it
doubting
was-
Thomas.
Yeah.
I need to see the bullet. I need to see the bullet. I'm doubting Jason. I need to be like, show me the bullet.
You guys didn't even know Megan Nee, so why would she
I
show
don't.
you all that?
I'm not a Megan fan.
Like,
Because
why
I'm
would
not
you-
pressed.
I'm
That's
like-
why. Because I'm
Right.
not a groupie.
I mean, you guys.
Now, if it was a Lizzo thing, I could tell you.
Ulysses, you'd be sitting there on a footstool like he going knee, looking out for the knee alert, like Megan the knee. Okay, that's what you do. Okay, man. Can I just tell y'all one thing that I did not share?
You guys know who Cardi B is too, right?
I know who Cardi
And
B
she's
is.
on Lizzo's song.
Right.
She
Rumors.
yeah.
And she happy that her husband was at home with her and not out
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bowling alley in Houston with his
right.
cousins.
You know, Migos, one of them got killed.
No.
Take
You know-
off has gone.
You know who Migos is? Okay. All right, just want to make
I
sure.
know. I know what that is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I know who Migos is. Can I just say that on the record?
And you know,
I know who Migos
and you know
are?
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion have a song too.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have heard that song, which is good. And then Offset.
Do you know what the Lizzo Cardi B song is?
No.
Yeah, there's some song they have on that, right?
Rumors.
Okay, yeah.
It's
How
basically
these
all the
rumors
rumors
get
are
started?
true. She's like, got fake this, fake. I can't say it on.
She like, I got
How
this,
these rumors get
making this money.
started? Started by the jealous people, and they was
No.
mad about something I had.
That's
Okay.
different rumors. That's a different rumors.
Yeah.
And that's not the tune it goes to.
Yeah, and that's not going to get you
Uh-uh,
cuffed.
rumors.
Singing is not going to get cuffing. Well, I don't know.
No, I have other traits.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
we finish the resolution?
Oh,
You know what?
resolution.
I want to tell you.
Oh,
I
we gotta
go-
get back to that.
But you know what?
So-
One thing that I want to, a big resolution of mine, as I was saying, after 10 years of being divorced, is I absolutely am going to buy a new home this year.
Ooh.
That's good. Okay.
You know, I really have found like I have a great apartment that is a really big place that I've been there for the whole time. But now I've loved it there, but I'm ready to get back into
Have you lived there the whole 10 years?
I've lived there. I've had one address since I lived on the same street. I moved 6 blocks up to an apartment. Like, I'm just gonna be here for a little bit, and 10 years later, I am there. Yes. But I think that I still want to keep my apartment, but I'm just going to buy a house because I have a great place, and it's
Wow, okay.
yeah,
I'm trying to downsize. Like I'm minimalizing. I'm getting stuff out the door.
okay, minimalizing. Okay, regardless of what you're going
Regardless,
to
I'm
do.
gonna
We invent our own.
Minimalizing.
You're becoming a minimalist.
I'm using it as a verb.
Oh, but you're
Right.
becoming a
You're becoming a minimalist.
Yes.
And you're going to do that by minimizing the things that are in your house.
Yes.
See? One is a state of being, and the other is the action it takes to get there.
I'm not the one who said it.
I'm just making sure. Anyway,
Irregardless.
see, irregardless, we're wrapping this thing
We're
up.
wrapping
And you
this
know
up.
what? We are very happy. This has been a great season. You know,
Yes.
normally about this time we do the poll question, but this is the end of the first season, and I will tell you that we really enjoyed it. I can tell you as one part of the A11 crew, we really enjoyed talking about these things, sharing our perspectives, and it's been a great journey.
Sharing with you all watching our show, giving us comments, feedback. We've laughed, we've cried, we've grown. I've learned a lot about sentiment over here. I've learned a lot about Jason. He hasn't seen any of the shows. You guys have learned about me out of Winnebago.
But can I just say also too, Slugger, I got to give it up for what there's the 811 crew. We're the 811 crew because the birthday's August 11th.
Yeah.
But the real heroes of the 811 crew are the folks that Carmen, the folks that you don't see
you
on the
guys don't
camera.
see,
We
yeah.
have a professional production crew, y'all. Like you might have noticed that we ain't just two brothers sitting there shining our cell phones at each
I
other.
know we
okay?
do. I know we
Like-
are smart.
like
but
we have-
Walkman. We should
Right,
make them
right.
like pop out here.
Yeah.
Walkman.
Like
we have
Mo.
we have a control room,
Mo.
baby. Like,
Mo,
it's
do a
screens
dance.
and stuff.
Go,
Like,
Mo. Go, Mo.
Get it right.
Go,
Turn.
Mo.
Yeah, there they are. There they are.
Go, Mo.
The MVPs.
I
If
got
Santa
I got
could
an
dance,
idea. Let's plug Santa in and go out on the
Let's
song.
go out on it. Oh,
We got
what you got,
yeah,
Santa?
yeah.
Plug him in.
Wait, I gotta get the plug. Ding.
811 crew,
Let's do
and we are dancing.
She doesn't have Megan knees.
Let's go, pick your feet up though. Let's go, pick your feet up though.